What's your favorite scary movie?
You're tuned in to Black Cat Horror. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
I'm Dylan,
I'm Camille.
and this is going to be a fun one. The top won't be as fun because it's very serious. And then it gets into just total shenanery.
Shenaniganery?
Shenaniganery.
Shenaniganery.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Yes.
Camille,
Yes.
take it away.
Oh, good. I get to do the... It makes sense. So, hey guys, what's up? Super fun. Serious talk for a second. So, I started a medication. This is anybody's business. I know I don't have to share this with anybody, but it's just like it has helped me in the past to know that people that I have listened to on podcasts and that my friends have shared kind of like their experience with mental health. So I've been in therapy on again, off again for most of my life, and I'm not in now, but will be as soon as I can be. And I made the judgment call to start a SSRI, so an antidepressant that also helps treat anxiety. And it's a really scary decision for me personally, just because I have always been a little leery. And so made the decision with lots of support. I have someone backing me up who is helping me like monitor my health as well, and just kind of like keep an eye on me. So it's been really helpful. But thanks. I love you.
Oh, you're welcome.
But sometimes life is hard and sometimes life is scary, just like in general. Especially when you're just an adult human being who has responsibilities and things, and you're just constantly trying to figure out life. And that's okay, because that is life. We all have experiences that suck, but there have been some really particularly large ones that affects everybody as of late. Like obviously, Roe v. Wade, not being upheld anymore as a possibility of our existence is very scary for lots and lots and lots of reasons, and lots and lots and lots of most everybody. Even people that support doing away with Roe v. Wade, I don't think that we're really thinking through how it will actually affect even those people and their family members, and so on and so forth. And so that's been scary and hard. But like, here's the thing. It is big potatoes. It's also small potatoes. It's all the potatoes.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of has to get involved in whatever way they see fit, or not. I mean, that's really your right. Like, you don't have to.
Right.
But it has just been weighing on all of everybody lately. And so I just needed a little clarity for how to manage every day-to-day aspect of life with like all of the big picture stuff as well. We also live in Oklahoma, which is an incredibly super red state. And it is super scary for everybody. But lots of people that I know and lots of our friends are constantly affected by our governor's decisions all the time. So don't really like getting too real normally on here, and I don't really like getting political on here, especially because I really honestly genuinely believe everybody has a right to vote how they see fit, but it is super scary when civil liberties are called into question, and they're not there, and then they are set, and then they're called the opposite of what they are. So
Yeah.
That's
It's really gross. I don't understand it. And there's ways that I feel about it that I probably shouldn't say on the show. But yeah, it is a mess.
Yes.
And yeah, I have some pretty strong feelings about it, but I don't know. I am not as well spoken about it as you are, which is very cool of you.
Well,
I hate a lot of people that I've had to talk to about it lately.
Right.
And
there's a lot of rage to be felt about it.
blows my mind.
For sure. Absolutely. And it's really scary as a woman who, you know, is doing like I think it has to be said, everybody's saying it, but I think it has to be said, like, nobody just, like, wants to have an abortion. Nobody's like, man, you know.
You know, it'd be cool.
You know, it makes for a cool Thursday morning.
Right.
No, that's definitely not the case. And the fact of the matter is, like, for instance, I'm just going to throw this out there right now. I'm just going to we share so much of our lives with you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I talk a lot about safe sex in general, you know, and I think that sex health and sex education is really important, and that our kids need to be taught it. But one of my bigger fears, obviously, is like an ectopic pregnancy, because I use an IUD. And which is hopefully anybody that is watching this is old enough to know. But if for some reason you not ever come across this information in your life, an IUD is an intrauterine device. So feel free to Google it. It's like 99.9 or like 99% effective most time. But there's the off chance that you can get pregnant. And normally those result in what's called an ectopic pregnancy, which will never result in like a pregnancy that's healthy. And you get to carry your baby to term if that's what you decide to do. That just like super rarely ever happens. So most of the time you do have to have some sort of procedure that is technically an abortion. And there are a lot of states that are looking at or have already made those illegal. So doesn't make a lot of sense. None of it makes sense. It's all about control is ultimately what it comes down to. And I'm just saying all this because life is all about the ebbs and flows that we go through, and sometimes we're going to be a lot more sad than what we want to be, and that has kind of been me lately. And so today I decided to show up because it sounded like fun. Didn't care to do my makeup or like get dressed up like I normally do. Like, I'm just out here trying to be a human being, y'all. I think that's the most a lot of us can ask for right now.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if anybody wants to talk, hit me up for sure. I'm always here. I don't know. I don't always have words of wisdom or anything, but sometimes it just helps to like be heard.
Yeah.
Also, if you like to do crafts and you have anxiety, I will say I found a little pattern for these things called worry worms.
It's very cute.
Yeah, I thought so. It's very, very cute. It's like helpful for if you're like overstimulated or you're just feeling anxious, and like, you know, they always tell you like to pick an object that you can just like manipulate all the time and feel in your hands and all that jazz. So it's a worry worm. Very cute. You can add eyes, and we had fake teeth, so I added teeth and I named it Grape Tomato. Very fun.
I thought it was Great Potato.
Yes, it is. Grape Potato. Grape tomatoes are what I was going to ask you if we lost in the car after grocery shopping. Thank you. We'll talk about that.
We went grocery shopping? We didn't grab any.
Oh, dang. I thought we did. Okay. Doesn't matter. Don't have to talk about that anymore. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what's up. I think that just like you could have guessed that that's how we felt about it. I don't think, you know, whatever. But some days I'm just like everyone else, just getting through. So,
yeah.
Whew.
You know, I guess not to, I don't know, be weird or anything,
Sorry.
but like Camille said, legitimately, if you need help, if you need to talk to somebody, do it. Reach out to friends and family. You know, you can hit us up sometime if you want to chat. You know, we like to talk to people, talk to you about whatever. You know,
We're not
obviously-
like medical professionals.
No.
But, I mean, it's
No.
sometimes you just have to reach out to anybody. And
Yeah, if you
that's
need
okay.
a bud, I'll fucking gram you, bro. Like, you know, it's totally fine. But that's as far as that can really go. You know, I'm not a therapist. There are other people that are, but yeah, no, if you want to like hit me up about fucking movies or video games or whatever, I'll be your pal. I'll be your gramster. But you know, yeah, and I guess it's weird to be like we've never really been political on the show, for the most part. You know how I feel about certain things, but which is another reason why I can't really talk about this that much, and it's not really like super my place. It is and it isn't. So, but like it is to a degree. Which is also the reason why it frustrates me to talk to some people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah. But all of that to say, we love you guys. Be super safe. If you're a dude, highly consider snipping your junk. Just like your balls, not your dick. Or
Have
if
a
you're a
doctor
piece of
do
shit,
it.
fucking cut your dick off. Whatever. But
no.
like, you know, consider
Like-
that because our government is trash and wants to tell women what they can and cannot do with their bodies, and they will never tell us what we can and cannot do with our bodies. So, you know, it's fucked, but that's the way it is. So I'm considering it. Sorry.
Tuerto's trying to tell you what you can and cannot do with your body right
Yeah.
now. He said, "Hold me in your lap, Dad."
Yeah. But also, to the show, we've got a paranormal entity in which I have never heard of. And then the show called Cursed has also not really heard of it before.
It is not the Cursed Netflix series or whatever, The Freak. I think
Right.
I think that's a Netflix series. It's not that, just so you guys know. This might be on Netflix, but I don't know. We found it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cursed. This is from season 1, episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Seduced by a witch. We only watched like half of it.
Well, I think the other half was something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it through that first story, and we were like, we're good.
Yeah.
We've got what we need. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. About 75% of the way through that like 20-minute thing, started looking up this creature to find that the actual lore about it is different than what is portrayed on the show.
Different by the dudes. Different than what the dudes on the show said. So weird. Should we get into it?
Absolutely.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
let's dive right in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Cursed, Seduced by a Witch, Season 1, Episode 3, our first story. And again, these are supposed to be like true stories. This is a documentary-style television show. Think Ancient Aliens with...
less facts.
Yikes. Big yikes. Okay, so we have this fella, Jake, that thinks he's a regular old Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
He is from Texas, and sometime during, like, I don't remember what time period, I'm going to say 80s maybe? Early 90s?
80s or 90s, yeah.
Yeah, probably somewhere
I think it
in
was
there.
like early 90s.
He is traveling between Texas and Mexico for funsies. He likes the rambling lifestyle and work. So he's a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of interesting.
A seller and a buyer.
A
mover and a shaker.
Seller
you know
and
what I mean?
a buyer. He never says drugs. That's just what I thought at first.
Well, you never say drugs. You never
You're
say.
right. You never say that.
You never
Sure,
say.
sure.
I
Sure,
used to
sure.
go from Texas to Mexico,
Right.
selling and buying cocaine. You never
Cocaine.
say that.
Right.
It is implied by the mustache, the soul patch, and the clearly the clear anxiety and depression that he has formed this story based around.
It's pretty sad.
Yes.
He could use some Celexa, maybe. No, Cital. Yeah, no, same thing. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe he
Yeah.
could.
Or a Snickers bar.
Or a Snickers. Maybe he's hangry.
You're not you when you're not selling cocaine.
Oh God. Oh no. But according to him, it's not. He never says drugs, but he is like not super black market, but sort of like gray market. Like definitely not whatever the other option is.
The market.
The market.
That's just the
free
market.
market is
Yeah.
I think what they call that. Buying like relics, like ancient goods,
Mm-hmm.
from dudes in back alleys, basically, and then selling it in America, and then taking money back to Texas. He is to Texas, but also to Mexico. So
Right.
this whole back and forth is what Jake is doing. And he's digging it. He's loving it. He's having so much fun. And during one of his visits, he happens to find himself in Oaxaca. And he is in a little restaurant. A restaurant? That's a fun way to say that.
Yeah.
He meets this super duper duper hot, according to him.
So
just
hot.
like so beautiful, so hot, so young. It's super gross
Yeah.
the way he keeps saying that too. Because also, unfortunately, like he's a lot older now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we want to believe that he wasn't gross then, but like, I don't know. All signs point to probably so.
Also, it's weird how many times he says indigenous. I don't know why. It's just like she was an indigenous woman.
Right. It is not clearly like not a slur to
Right.
use the word indigenous, and oftentimes it's most appropriate. But when you start kind of
If we were having a conversation and I was like, yeah, like he was from he was from Tulsa, like he's just like one of my friends, like he's from Tulsa. You know how people from Tulsa are. It's just like it's like a Tulsa thing. It's like Tulsa's fine,
right.
but like shut the fuck up.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, we know you've already said it.
Right.
But no, he does call her an indigenous woman like 7 times. And it's like,
Right.
this is, you're really like hitting it home, you
Yes.
know? Beating off a dead horse.
Beating off a dead horse is a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. There's a word that I'm looking for, but I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, the way he said it was definitely more pointing out to how special her beauty was, specifically because she had the indigenous beauty, whatever. Like,
He's,
really weird.
Fetishizing.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking
Oh,
for.
okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he was definitely
fetishizing indigenous women.
Yes. Yeah, it was a weird choice. Public television, cable television. So he thinks she's really hot and like just so thrilled with like how outgoing she is and how she's like actually talking to him, because that's super uncommon. Obviously, a lot of the women in this place are not just like clamoring to talk to him, because he often just takes items from where they live and then profits on their cultural history.
Yeah.
So, but she seems to like him, and she invites him to meet up with her later on at like her house or something. And so he says that he was just naturally drawn to this place, and when he got there, he was just blown away.
Is it the hacienda?
Yeah. Is there like a June bug back there or something?
Yeah, I think there's a June bug. trapped in the sheet.
Oh crap, this could get dicey.
really
We might
fun.
have to put Twitter out. Yeah, so anyway, and then he gets there and he's like, it's all old timey and magical and just blah, and he's just like really feeling it, like he's just vibing with like,
Feeling it.
yes,
Blink-182 style.
exactly, just really feel. I didn't like
Feeling
blink
it.
after that. You do it, okay, good. So he's there. He's like, oh, I'm being seduced. This is exciting. Unfortunately, it gets a little murky from here. So according to him, sorry, let me back up. Forgot that thank you. He was reading a book and she was all like, oh, is that book about Mayan culture? And he's like, well, yes, it is. And she was like, wow, my ancestors are Mayan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here we go. So he has found this place. He's being seduced. It's all old-timey and magic-y and feels like he's in a different time. And all of a sudden her eyes look like they're all hollowed out and dark.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a big spooky dookie.
Yeah.
And he passes out.
The effect that they use in the TV show is really funny. Super Fright Night, less teeth though.
Oh,
not as impressive.
Right.
It was fun. It was cool.
Right.
But then they like do the thing where like, History Channel or just like PBS or whatever does where like they only shot like 7 scenes, so then they just replay the same thing over and over again.
Just over and over. Yeah.
So that happened a lot.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fun historical representation of what happened. So yeah, he kept waking back up and then passing out again, and every time he did, he would like see her all like hunched over him, like writing symbols on his body. And then eventually, glyphs is the word he used.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually he did wake up for good in like an alley.
Right.
And there was a police officer there that was like, hey, you gotta go. You cannot be here. You have to get out of here. So what's the deal with the witchy roofie situation, right?
What's the deal?
According to Coyote, now we've got some more information about Coyote.
This guy, yeah.
Coyote the Blind.
Coyote the Blind.
Yeah.
The man that can see.
Yes. We'll fill you in on his credentials here in a moment.
He's got them.
He has
and
a
there's
website.
people for paying. There's people that are paying for those credentials too.
So he is known as a Toltec shaman.
Mm-hmm.
He believes that the super hottie waitress, which can I just say, if your waitress is nice to you and talking to you, and like you're reading a book and she says like, oh, is this book about this thing that clearly probably states that it is on the cover of your book, what the book is about, and like, how are you, and what can I get you another refill, just being a waitress, just trying to make sure she gets a tip, or he or they, like, you're just doing a job.
They're out there trying to get 20%.
You gotta do it, and with any customer service, they do not want to fuck you. Sorry, that's just what it is.
You're like the 20th person they've wanted to punch in the face, so
there's that.
Unless they write their number on your ticket, don't ask for the number.
Don't do it.
Like, I think,
just don't do it,
or just don't assume. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like it's worked, and there's probably relationships that's like, oh, I was his waiter or whatever. But or I was her waiter or whatever, however you want to do it. But like, that's not you.
No,
it's not. That never happens.
No,
it does, but
it could. It could. There's other ways. Anyway, so Coyote, the Toltec shaman, believed that the super hottie waitress girl was a Sihuanaba. And we'll find out more about what a Sihuanaba is, because according to them, Sihuanabas were like cursed women. Is that right?
So according to I'll fill you in.
As far as what the show represented.
The show says that the Sihuanaba is a sort of demonic woman.
She's been cursed.
Entity. She's not been cursed. She is like a demon.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Okay.
And the Sihuanaba will curse people.
Okay.
That steal from her land.
Okay.
Or the land in which she resides around or in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't die from fright, you're cursed. And that's what the TV show says.
There was something about the power access as well.
So she will so at one point in his haze, he saw her fingers intertwine like this and put over his
abdomen?
his torso, his abdomen. Actually, he didn't even say that happened. Coyote the Blind said that that's how they work, is they'll do that, and then they steal your emotional essence from you.
Okay.
And that they just take that, and then they let you go. Sort of a catch and release sort of situation.
Got it.
Except she steals your emotional guts.
Right. Okay.
Which is why Jake is the way that he is now.
Jake had pain in his chest and his head right after this happened. He went back to the US of A, and there were doctors that told him that he was having issues with the center of his body. Mm-hmm. There were
super broad.
I know, just like about here, just in like this region. He said that there are medical doctors that told him he probably had like a blood clot or poor blood flow of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And there were energy healers that told him that he had an energy blockage.
Yeah, he went to, what did he call it? Alternative medicine doctors.
Which I'm not here to knock any of, like...
Right.
If it works for you, awesome. But this is just like what he's saying, is that he saw both of these types of doctors, and that they both said in similar ways but different ways in their own ways that these were the issues that he was having. And the energy healers, or the alternative doctors, said that the energy blockage can prevent someone from fully feeling love or like emotionally showing up for the people in their lives.
Right.
I don't know if Jake ever saw a therapist or
no.
Maybe got like a scan.
Most don't.
You just you drink that stuff. A lot of the time you drink the stuff that like radiates. It doesn't radiate your insides. It makes your insides able to be visualized when they take imaging.
Yeah.
Tastes kind of like creamsicle. It's kind of gross, but like they can see like your intestines and stuff. It's kind of cool. You could do it.
Yeah.
Jake. So yeah. Ultimately, we find out Jake doesn't trust women.
Mm-hmm.
Has been married a couple of times.
2-3 times.
2-3 times, which, hey, Jake, I'm not knocking you. I get it, bud. But, but I guess so much so that he, like, according to him, never unpacks his shave kit, which is weird. Like, he's always
after,
just
like, years.
ready to go. Just, like, ready to jet on out. And this ultimately led to the unfortunate stabbing of Jake through his hand into close to his mid-region, which I think that was just a coincidence.
He blocked it with his hand. Yeah. But it was like, but then like Coyote was like, oh yeah, like she can drive men crazy, like literally make them insane.
Yeah.
And like that was the thing. Like that's when they put that clip in, was when he fucking palmed an ice pick, which is like kind of cool. You know what I mean?
For
I'd
like
rather like do that than like take it in the
your
heart.
gut or
Yeah.
your heart. Yeah, for sure.
I'd much rather get stabbed in the palm than have an ice pick in my stomach.
Yeah.
Which is like the worst place to get stabbed.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
yeah.
I've heard
it
it
is
is the most painful. Yeah, because not only like are you stabbed, but also your stomach is punctured, which is where your stomach acid is.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no. I
Yeah,
didn't even
it's
think
like
about that.
not tight.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess Jake really dodged not an ice pick, but an ice pick to the gut.
Yeah.
And doesn't sound like he's doing great.
No.
You know, he looks pretty well put together for the television series. He's sad. He's a sad boy and apparently has anger issues, according to him. And he thinks it's all because he's cursed.
Yeah.
So, Jake, again, maybe just, there's some resources out there. And if you would like us to help you find some, let me know, man. You can find lots of therapists online pretty easily. You don't even have to go into an office anymore
You
9
just
times out of
get
10.
an app now.
Yeah, pretty easy peasy.
So let me.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I
Are
don't
we
have
doing-
much time.
Do we need to do a quick anything? Do we need to take... I know we don't normally take breaks, but...
Oh no, we're
Okay,
good.
this is just like an extra special. Took a little extra time. Sad boy style up front.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I'm going to tell you the story of the
Sihuanaba.
Sihuanaba.
Again, guys.
It's hard to it's a whole different culture. So
we're
the way things are spelled versus how things are spelled in English are different.
Very
So it's hard.
different. We're doing our best. Also, take it all with a grain of salt because we're super white. Okay, go ahead.
Wow.
Sorry. I mean, it is
In
what it
case
is.
you
We're
didn't
looking
notice.
at Wikipedia.
Sihuanaba. Okay, so I'm going to, instead of fucking Jake's baby dick story that is just literally,
women are mean.
he just hates women because he's got mommy issues. I'm going to tell you a story of the Sihuanaba.
Okay.
Jake and Linda from Texas, they take a trip to Mexico.
This is a different Jake?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my own story.
Oh, you're just like
I'm just putting
doing
Jake.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jake and Linda, they were from Texas.
Okay.
I'm like, man, we really want to take a vacation. Jake's like, why don't we go to Texas? And Linda's like, why don't we go to Texas?
To
And so-
Texas?
I mean, Mexico.
Got it.
And so one summer, they go to Mexico.
Okay.
And Jake and Linda have a wonderful time. One Friday night, Linda, she's tired.
Sure.
She wants to go to bed.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hey Jake, I'm gonna take a nice bath, and then I'm gonna go to bed." Don't mind the accent. You can go out and do whatever you want.
They're from Texas.
They're from Texas.
Okay.
Jake, it's like, all right, cool. I'm out. I'm gonna go see the town. I'm
Okay.
gonna go see what I can see.
Okay.
So Jake, he's walking around town. He sees this beautiful woman from behind, and she is walking away from the city.
Okay.
He sees the booty,
All right.
and he's interested.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
He's following her outside of the city,
Okey-doke.
intrigued. You know.
Sure. Creepy.
Yeah,
Don't-
super creepy.
Don't do it, Jake.
Super creepy.
You're being a real creep right now.
So this woman walks into the woods, and he follows her.
Nope.
After a while, he hears splashing and water sounds, and he sees this woman from behind again, and she is bathing in this creek river thing.
Is she holding her mace in her hand still, hopefully?
No,
Oh my
she's
God.
just
Oh, Jesus.
naked,
Oh, God.
cleaning herself, having a nice time in this river. Unbeknownst to her, there is a creepy man after her. But Jake is like, man, she's so fine. I'm trying to see what's up. I'm trying to see what's good. You know what I mean?
That is
Not great.
Not good, Jake.
He's got a wife,
You're being.
Linda.
Also, you're just following a strange
That's
woman.
true, but also, and this is key in the story,
Okay.
unfaithful.
Yes. And we don't need to get into the debate about is it really if you didn't with the who cares?
So he takes his pants off.
Is his intention.
Yes,
Okay.
because he's trying to get in the river as well
Oh no.
to see what's up.
Are there
you know.
snakes in the river?
Well, everything's bigger in Texas, right? So as he approaches, and he's like, I'm going to show her the hog.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Jake.
Jake's really gross.
Jake's a piece of shit.
Then this woman who has her hair over her head,
Okay.
she's washing her hair,
Doing her thing.
turns around, flips the hair,
Yeah.
horse face.
Cool.
She has a horse face.
Good.
And
Like an actual
Jake,
horse.
actual horse.
Okay.
And he's like, "Ah!" Jake freaks out. And she fucking murders him.
Good.
Murders his ass.
I guess.
He freaks out, passes out, and she stones him in the face with a river rock.
Okay.
Jake is never seen again. Linda has to go back to Texas all alone. Jake is never found.
That's wow.
So the real story, everybody, about the Sihuanaba,
Naba, I believe.
Sihuanaba,
Yeah.
is that they are a horse face or human skull faced woman. You never see her face until it's too late. She's said to have very long, beautiful hair, beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
See her from the back all the time. You never really see her face until you fucking get murdered. And she attacks unfaithful men,
Cool.
murders them,
Awesome.
or scares them senseless. There's no fucking curse.
Neat.
Normally, you die. She also does this to children, too, and not as cool.
Sad.
Not great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds badass. Like,
Right.
this is a super cool, like, very, very cool, like, paranormal creature, supernatural creature, from Central American folklore. It's fucking super cool. It's mostly in Mexico, where this story comes from. But it originated, it was brought. I'm sorry. It was brought to Latin America from Spain during the colonial period.
Oh wow.
So you get your limp dick fucking baby story,
Right.
but then my story
Yeah.
closer to what the myth has to say. I suggest you look it up more, but that's more of the gist of what is really going on here.
I like that. I like that you made your own story to illustrate.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's the kind of treatment you can get here at BCH. You know what I mean? Week in, week out.
Yeah, for sure. If
So-
you would like more, don't forget about our Patreon, folks.
That's true.
Just launched. We have one supporter
Mm-hmm.
currently.
Mm-hmm.
Brand spanking new.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. It's really. Shelly, thank you so much for your patronage.
That's very true.
We appreciate you for so many reasons.
Your art has been sent to you. You have it now.
In your hand, we gave it to you on Mother's Day. Not as your Mother's Day gift, but it just, it was convenient. So,
That's true.
anyway,
Didn't
thank
have
you.
Didn't have to send it in the post.
Right.
Okay. To wrap this up, we have a wonderful person to tell you about.
Keep it snappy. Keep it snappy.
Coyote the Blind. Okay, so this man is a charlatan.
Okay, that is so strong. You're just right off the... I don't know. People
Here we
seem
go.
to love him. However, it is a little...
So, folks, here's the thing.
Okay.
Here is the thing. So, this man, he will give you spiritual enlightenment, right? Sounds awesome.
You can find out more at coyotetheblind.com. Coyote with a
Please.
K.
I will link this in the description. Go for it. Go fucking go nuts. So he will teach you just like how to be your best self, how to fulfill the path to your destiny. He will do readings for you over Skype, read your tarot. It's based off of your astrological chart. He will help you be the best version of yourself. He'll help you be who you're destined to be at the low price of $3,500.
I think it's $3,200, right?
It is $3,500. Okay. While the investment of $3,500 is already low, there is extremely limited space.
This is so you can come live with him
yes.
and study under him.
Yes. So for $3,500, you, lucky viewer, can go live and pay the rent of Coyote, the blind, who can see, $3,500. He'll teach you everything you need to know about yourself. But if you do it, if you sign up now, if you sign up before December 10th of any year, it doesn't matter what year.
No year mentioned.
You can get discounts. Okay. Okay. So this is the method of action. For those who already know this, for them, will not hesitate. If you know that this is going to be tight for you, you're just going to do it now. If you're such a person that knows what's up,
You're paraphrasing of it. Pretty fun.
he'll bring the cost down to $2,300 if you act now. And if you send in a non-refundable registration for $500, your price gets dropped down actually to $2,300. If you do it before December, it goes even lower. But you have to sign up right now before September 10th to get the deep discount.
Right.
This offer ends once the first 20 people have signed up. Register now. So there is no telling how long this has been on here.
Don't know.
But there is a picture of 20 people.
20 people.
And they're all wearing bandanas on their heads. They're all like red bandanas. And, so, start the journey to find yourself now. Pay his rent. The $500 goes to the rent. Everything else is just him making money.
Yeah.
We watched a video earlier that he was talking about how he was a magician, which Camille is, and I told you this. What is a magician?
A liar.
Yes.
According
to yeah, so this guy is awesome. He does have his PayPal. You can do a one-time payment, act now, a low price. Send $1,800 to his PayPal. The non-refundable stuff, you want to send that in now to get your spot registered. But it is first come, first serve.
Right.
So you could just miss out.
Might miss out. So,
But, yeah.
Coyote the Blind. He does have a YouTube, Instagram. I think he's got all of the social media set up. He does appearances and is on television shows like Cursed.
Mm-hmm. He wears the same hat, and it feels like as he's gotten older, it's just gotten smaller.
Right. Well, that's how it goes with a lot of us.
Yeah. But like shorter though.
Oh.
The hat itself has gotten shorter.
That's trading out hats, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do what makes you happy, for sure. And if using a life coach or whatever, because that's essentially what this is, like shaman, life coach, like different connotations.
Different words, yeah.
Different words, different connotations, absolutely. And I am also not here to say that there aren't actual like shamans, culturally speaking. But when we are right off the top, no matter what your profession, like no matter what it is, if you're right off the top, like mentioning, send me several, thousands of dollars. And I will help you figure out your life. Just do some research, y'all. Like, just do your research. That's all I'm saying. Like, just make decisions with your heart. Sorry, your heart and your brain. That's all.
He will do, if you want to just dip a pinky toe in, he will do over Skype the tarot,
the life path,
and the tarot and the astrological thing for $250, but you got to be patient because it takes time.
Right. And again, like, I'm not whatever. Like, if you follow astrology and tarot, like, that is super cool too. There are definitely a lot of tropes in those types of studies that are applicable to life. Super duper get it. I use tarot as like a therapeutic sort of thing for me. So, but I would never ask anybody for like $3,000. Maybe I don't know my self-worth enough. I don't know. But you guys want to give me $3,000 to look at some tarot cards with you, I will. But interesting that Coyote the Blind, it's a fun way to make money. Go for him, I guess. But be careful, guys.
You know what it
Just be
sounds
careful.
like? You know what it sounds like?
What does it sound like?
Coyote the Blind leading the blind.
Did I just say Coyote the Ugly?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you not just hear the awesome pun that I made, though?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Yes, Coyote the Blind leading the blind. I am so sorry.
And that's it.
It was so good.
And that's the show, guys. I can't even. I do one pun, and it's so good, and you gloss over it.
I didn't even mean to. Like, it was so impulsive the way those words just flew out of my mouth. I'm super sorry. Very sorry. So
It's okay.
good. So proud of your pun. I was just really afraid that I said Coyote the Ugly. Like, not funny. I'm sorry, guys.
It is funny. It's all right.
Anyway.
Next
Woo.
week, it's my pick. We're watching The Void. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Cool.
It's going to be really good.
Cool.
'Cause The
Super
Void
excited.
rules.
It
Yeah.
does. It's a very good movie. Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get ready for that. Thanks for checking out the show. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like the episode. Send us a little comment down below about other fun creatures that you might have heard of, alien stuff, ghost stuff, all that kind of shit. And if you want to check out another podcast that talks about monsters in particular, Talking Monsters. Some friends of ours from Australia.
Yep.
They're
very
pretty great.
fun. Very fun.
But yeah, if you're listening on iTunes, which most of you are, take 10 seconds, leave us a 5-star review. Send you write something in, be like, hey, this is why we like the show. And if that's not how you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/Black Hat Horror. Check out what we got up there. It's very fun. Go check it out. You can just go there right now and read the things, see if you like it.
Yeah, you can dip a toe. You don't have to subscribe, but if you do, you get some stuff. You get some very cool things.
Yeah.
And if you can't find us right off the bat by searching that way, because it is a new Patreon and that's how the internet works.
Yeah.
If you're not very vested yet, sometimes you're hard to find. If you go straight to Patreon and just like search Black Hat Horror Podcast, it'll pull us up that way too. So
also, all the links on all of our stuff is now a link tree. So you can just go to all the things that way. So we did change that. I forgot about that. So yeah, just click on the link tree on our Instagram and Facebook and all that shit, and it'll take you right to it.
yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening to the episode. We will talk at you next week.
Yes, come back, please.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you're sad. Like me sometimes.
Oh,
Just that was a weird way to say that. Oh, also check out Jordan's podcast.
FMV sequence. Go do it.
Do it.
We're gonna play some video games. We're gonna play Hunt Showdown again.
Fun.
Peace out.
Okay, bye.